Yes, a good day once again. So let us be on to this video. Then I did a video previously. Now I'm gonna do this one, and I'm gonna put on my yes. So this one I'm doing here is, I mean, are the world at war? You see, I've been thinking about it. What about if this is the basically what you might call the third world war? Now, there is a possibility it could be. Because leading up to what happening now in relation to the virus and stuff like that, corona, there is a whole possibility that that could be the third world war and we don't even know. We are in the middle of a third world war. So how I look at that? Well, think about it. And I'm gonna start from Donald Trump. When Donald Trump was running for uh, presidency in America, China was actually one of his whipping boy. He was bashing China, how China robbing and China doing this, and China was like the greatest enemy of America and stuff like that. And then he will bring China to its knees. Well, before war, the bullshit talk does always go on. Now, that is what had been happening all along. But anyway, when he reached that point where he became president, right? So then all the talk he was talking about China, giving China all his gunman talk, he had to meet Xi Jinping. And he always walk into things that he don't really know. He say all kind of things now, and then when he reach up to it, it's like it's a completely different scene. He come out with a completely different story because they could see he's a guy who never did his homework. He just going and saying things. So he met with China's leader, and that was Xi Jinping. In the space of 5-10 minutes, he come out and say how much he's a good man. Now, that's crazy. That's a person that is not balanced. He did the same thing with this guy in North Korea, right? So he did that, and he said, oh, he's whatever, call names and everything. He met the guy in 5 minutes. He's a good man. So that's some crazy stuff right there, as you may be aware. But anyway, with all that happened, with this flip flopping and stuff like that, he took target on China, right? So whatever he did, whether he did embargo, whether he did whatever, put pressure with the tariff thing, whatever, or however this thing worked, you understand it was a problem on China. And then he hit China directly by putting China's company, one of the biggest tech company in China, which is Huawei, try to put them at a disadvantage and try to put them out of business, but try to prevent people from across the earth, prevent them from taking the service of 5G. And he was doing that because America's 5G wasn't ready for prime time. So he didn't want China to take this leap, you know, before America. So that is out of envy and wickedness, we all know, you know. So as a result, if it was only China, if it was only America, he actually didn't want his 5G. It would have been okay, but then he was trying to block China from every country, maybe in the West and even in the East and stuff like that, so that people would not be taking Huawei 5G. He was like on a campaign to get rid of Huawei out of envy and stuff like that. Yeah, I could see that because that is all personal. And, that is what he was doing. And that basically is looking warlike to me because that is a problem. You start creating a whole lot of embargo with people all over the place. That is war. You're talking war language. You're talking battle language. You're talking things that lead up to invasion, invading people place and stuff like that. Give a dog a bad name and hang it. And even now you hear people talking about how 5G killing people. I don't know where they get that right about now. You understand? But that wasn't the talk before Trump said what he was saying. But anyway, they try to block Huawei all over the place. Even Australia, I think, refused Huawei from doing business down there. And I totally believe that this thing comes out of the utterances of Donald Trump. I do believe that. Anyway, as I said, all those things are battle languages that leads up to battle at the end of the day, right? Now, so we're going further now. So this guy went on to do all those things, and try to maybe I wouldn't say blackmail. That is not blackmail, but he tried to make China look bad all over. Now, mind you, I'm not a fan of China. I'm not a fan of China, period. I don't like their policy for no reason. Yeah, I wish all Chinese could just go back in China and just chill out anyway. But I'm just gonna be talking about what I see happens, right? So as it turned out now, I call this war, you know, an industrial war. And that is war. That is serious war. People just die when things like that happen. So all of a sudden, what you notice is that some infections start in Wuhan, China. But then before you say, it was all over the world. Currently, as I'm talking here right now, it's over 50,000 people die in America with this coronavirus. I'm sure in Italy it's over 40,000, going to 50,000 maybe died with corona. Currently, you understand what I'm saying? People are dying. Before you turn twice, this thing is just like all across the face of the earth. You know? So people are dying. And you hear America complaining about they doesn't have much equipments. But then everybody who are encountering that in the country, they could get equipments and materials and stuff to fight the corona from China. How is it so? If you understand what I'm saying, how is it that it started in China, kill a bunch of people in China? China have to have equipments to deal with their case, which I think they do handle it, proper. You understand it? But then again, they have enough materials to supply the rest of the world. So you could buy masks and you could buy everything from China. The infection supposedly start in China. So if the infection start in China, but China was totally prepared for this virus because they have all these materials they could sell over the world, like if it's nothing. We know that in relation to production, China does produce stuff. But what I'm saying is this: it seems to me as if China was prepared for that. And now America, who doesn't have those equipments, or maybe they don't have enough equipment because, like, most of the time they're never really ready. You understand? They're never on the lookout. Same thing happened. It happened in Pearl Harbor anyway. They get that surprise attack because most of the time they just feel that they are not vulnerable, they are untouchable. And it always happens. It happened in Pearl Harbor, it happened in 9/11, stuff like that. That is what they just be doing. After you do people all kind of wrong thing on the face of the earth, you just go and relax and get laid back. You understand? So anyway, they were caught with their pants down. And then worst of all, they didn't have a proper lead. They don't have a proper leader to lead them through. So it's all worse. But what I'm saying is this: what if China actually set up this virus? They prepare themselves because they are being attacked by America. They did not actually attack America like that, outrightly. America attacked those people outrightly. You understand? Industrially, economically, they're attacking the economy. They're attacking their way of life. America did that. So what if China responded? China say, okay, well, I'm gonna prepare myself, and then we'll drop it on all you. What about if that is it? Then right now, the same knees Donald Trump, I wouldn't say America, Donald Trump tried to put China in. He have to go to his knees to China to get equipments to fight the disease that is wiping out people in America as rain. You understand? So I'm asking, what about if this is the third world war, but it's been fought like a biological warfare? So what about if, with all the talk that is happening, America is planning some other attack on China biologically, which could definitely infect the whole world, as we can see what Corona did? Because if America gonna drop something, they're gonna drop something hotter than that. You understand? They will. So what about if that is what we are actually experiencing right now? You see? What about if that is what is happening actually in this world? What about if that is the third world war? And let me just tell you something. Yesterday, right? I was reading where there is this, I think it's an admiral or colonel or whatever in the Chinese army, was begging for the authorization. You know, you want to attack American ship in the China Sea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so other people maybe know that they are being attacked. You know they are being attacked by America industrially. So let's just give America a battle if that is what they want. You understand? So I'm thinking that anything could happen. Now I'm hearing people talking again about there is a different strain of the virus. So anything could happen right about now. What we have to do, we have to try to protect ourselves. Right? Now let me tell you something. In the First World War, the whole world get infected with that. A lot of people die worldwide. The Second World War, everybody on the face of the earth was affected. Okay? Each and every one, everybody on the face of the earth was infected by the Second World War. Everybody pay a price. You see, every time it is globally, when the war start, it always affect everybody. So what's difference it is now? So what I'm saying is that we have to keep our eyes open and keep it popping, and we have to be aware of what is actually happening in this world as it is right now. So as I said, get yourself organized. Give praise to the Most High, yeah. Protect yourself. You know, make sure yourself is being protected. You understand? Don't go rubbing up with everybody. We don't know actually much about this thing. People could speculate. People could say all different kind of things. I realize that you have a lot of professors. Well, people that are basically like they profess to know everything. So we have a lot of scholars about corona. We have a lot of scholars out there about everything else. You understand? The most important thing, you protect yourself. You protect yourself, you drink water, you drink bush, whatever you do. But keep yourself protected. Always walk with a mask. Especially when you're out in public. Wash your hands. Do the things that you have to do. The little things. Yes, just do it. Take care of the pence or the 1 cent or the coins. The dollars will take care of itself. So you play your part and protect yourself, and let us keep ourselves safe until this thing blow over, okay? So if this is a war, we need together. And let us ride it out together. I don't think, I hope it's not, I mean, that is not true, but I don't think it would be getting better anytime soon. You see, but there'll be a whole lot of changes taking place on the face of the earth. Okay, like after all wars do, yeah. So be at peace, be blessed. I will most definitely see you in another video.